Viewer discretion advised.
This video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
لا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Let's go. You know, whole bunch of stealing and fighting going on. We gonna dress them, you know, one by one. Okay, fuck rappers, stop biting. Niggas, stop biting. Hoes, stop biting. All of y'all, that's a no-no. Get it clear? My mic speaking clear? Turn me up. One more time. Ha. Rappers, stop biting. Niggas, stop biting. Hoes, stop biting. All of y'all, that's a no-no. All right. Welcome back. If you just coming in for the first time, you know what to do, right? Sub to the channel. Hit that like button. Feel free to comment. Feel free to share the video. That's called doing business with me, right? Do some business with me. Share the video. You know what I'm talking about? Now tonight, right? Hold on. Where's my crowd at? I need my crowd. Right. So check it out. Tonight, we're going to just address a lot of bullshit. we gonna address a lot of bullshit that's been going on out here. Hold on. Let me get back in stereo mode. That's why I like to do it by myself, because I can go in stereo mode and sound real clear. We need high quality for the people. You know what I'm talking about? But we got a lot of fuck shit going on, y'all. We gonna try to address shit one by one, right? If you rolling up, light it up right now. If you drinking, pull it up right now. Alright, let's take off. Check it out. So, first things first. I really don't like to talk about this knucklehead, right? But I'm gonna talk about this knucklehead. Only because this nigga always talking about somebody's mama. He's always talking about somebody's mother. What? Yeah, that's right. And we talking about Hassandra. Let's talk about Hassandra. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? He claimed the guy died. He claimed the guy raped. He claimed the guy shot at. He claimed to get bottles thrown at him. Was it a play? Was it a play when they threw bottles at that boy out the projects? Was it a play when he got to Vlad TV? I want to know. Was it a play? They say he been waiting a long time to get up on that motherfucker, right? Well, you finally made it, kid. You made it. You made it to that Summer Jam screen. Now, the funny thing about getting on that Summer Jam screen, right? If this shit didn't get that boy closer to God, I feel sorry for his mother. I feel sorry. Because guess what? He ain't doing nothing but pushing the devil's agenda. This boy is snoozed up. He think he winning, but he's sleeping. He think he winning, but he's sleeping. That boy Hassandra got all them followers. He's blinded by the power. Yep. Yeah. That motherfucker's blinded by the subscribers. He's blinded by the numbers. Let me tell you something, homie. 100,000 subscribers don't mean you a real nigga. 100,000 followers do not mean you are the realest. Nah, nigga. Especially when your family don't respect you. How you the realest? Your wife don't respect you. Your kids left you. How the fuck you think you the realest? Let me tell you something, man. That boy is battling the type of demons y'all niggas wish y'all would never battle. That's the type of demons that come with 100,000 subscribers. That's those type of demons, you heard? Let me tell you something. He keep talking about he was in a sunken place. What sunken place was you at? Cause that's hell. Hell on earth. That's hell on earth, kid. That's that sunken place that everybody talking about. And let me tell you something. When you drinking this devil's piss, right? We call it, what we call it? Wine and spirits. Yup, we call it wine and spirits. When you drinking that bullshit, my nigga, you can't even remember how to pray. You don't even remember when prayer time is. You don't make it to the mosque on Juma. You're not fasting during the month of Ramadan. Man, knock it off. And the reason why I'm just even mentioning this motherfucking goofy, right? Because at the same time, you mentioned my mother. What? Yeah. This motherfucker said he want to fuck my mother during the month of Ramadan. I mean, it's funny, right? But it ain't funny. Cause this motherfucker here, Hassandra, he's always talking about somebody's mother. And you know what? All you niggas can keep praising this nigga. Cause guess what? He's gonna trick you motherfuckers right the hell right along with him. You are who you follow. You are who you follow. I've been telling them this. They ain't listening to me. So guess what? I'ma keep pushing my message to the ones that are listening to me. Shout out to everybody that support Hustle Man. Shout out everybody who know I'm the truth. We're not dealing with the word believe no more, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't believe I'm live right now. I know it. Know why I know it? Cause that button is flashing right now that say live, you heard? Now let me tell you something. This dude is really making the whole Bronx look bad. But let me remind y'all, everybody in the Bronx don't give it up like this light-skinned goofy. We don't move like him. We don't rock like him. And I feel sorry that he know what the taste of a dick felt like at 13 pause. It ain't no way you could tell me. It ain't no way you could brainwash me. At 13, y'all, we had our own apartment. We was getting money. Some of us had cars at 13. How the fuck you don't know the difference between dick and pussy in your bed? This nigga's crazy. This nigga's crazy. And at the end of the day, he talking all this motherfucking fly gangster, shoot him up, he got guns, he catch body shit. Why don't you go kill the motherfucker who thigh'd you? That's what we wanna know. When are you gonna go shoot the motherfucker who thigh'd your ass? That's what we all wanna know. You always doing this fucking Indian song and rain dance like you trying to make it fucking rain in the Bronx, right? All cause you scared of the one who assaulted you. The one who assaulted you got you that fucked up where you ready to go at everybody else but the one who assaulted you. What? Yeah, we talking to Hassandra. We talking to Miss Campbell. I'm gonna tell you like this, baby. I troll with the truth, you heard? Call me a truth troll, you heard? I don't fuck with you niggas that's fake. You niggas ain't enough meat for me. No homo. I need the big fish. I don't need you little niggas. I need the ones that's out here perpetrating the front like they really out here doing God's work when you doing the devil's work. You pushing the devil's agenda. I ain't seen this nigga buy a Quran yet. I ain't heard this nigga recite a verse yet. Hassandra, your Islam is in question. We want to hear the Al-Fatiha. We want to hear you say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. We want to hear you say Bismillah Rahman el-Rahim. We want to hear you say it. Because I'm convinced that this man is working with the elite. He already went through that door. I'm telling you, y'all, when the fucking dough gets low, the black man's soul may go. It's in question. And let me tell you how I know, because I've been there. It was times I was ready to fuck off my soul for $1. Yeah. Yup. I felt it, and I had to fight. I had to push through that shit. I had to pray my way through that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Not do another interview thinking I'm gonna get through that shit. I had to pray through that shit. I had to stay prayed up and dangerous. I'm not to be fucked with. Yeah, I came with a message, man. And the message is for you motherfuckers to start knowing and stop believing. Cause if you believe it, you can't achieve it. But if you know it, you can grow it. Now I'm dropping gems on you motherfuckers right now. But I bet you half of you motherfuckers don't even own no jewelry or diamonds to be able to look through and see what's the real gem. You niggas better get your observation eyes turned on. Cause let me tell you something. You either swim or you gonna drown out this motherfucker. And a lot of motherfuckers is drowning. A lot of motherfuckers is drowning. And the funny thing is, motherfuckers is confusing floating from swimming. Some niggas out here floating. You ain't Muhammad Ali, my nigga. You ain't floating like a butterfly, and you ain't stinging like a bee. You are not the greatest of all time. And half of you niggas, like I told you before, stop selling drugs today and become a living legend. Yeah, I said it. Stop doing bad, niggas. Cause half of you niggas can't do bad good. That's why you found yourself in the can. Yep, I said it. You found yourself in a can cause you couldn't do bad good. Find another hustle, niggas. Find another way, niggas. And just remember, that way you find, the way you start anything, right, is the way you gonna end. So let me tell you something. Keep following these Kafirs. Yeah, we gonna call, they are believers. They the non-knowers. Keep following these non-knowers. They not gonna know what to do when it's time to tell you. Cause they non-knowers. They don't know. They don't know, kid. Let me tell you something. They believe in everything. And if you look it up in the Webster's dictionary, believe is to accept something or being true. But to know something means to know it undoubtedly. Don't get tricked out your spot. Yeah. Don't get tricked out your spot. Let me tell you something. You only get one. Like they say, you only live once, nigga, you only die once. And you better make your next move your best move. Dead ass. Let me tell you something. Proper planning prevents poor performance. I gotta live by the same shit too. I gotta apply the same shit too. Everything I'm telling y'all, I gotta apply it too. Like I told y'all in the last video, I got headphones on. Look at the avatar. I'm listening to myself talk. Yeah. So I'm schooling you while I'm schooling me. And half of you niggas ain't like to go to school. You know what I'm talking about? Half of you niggas ain't like to go to school. That's why a lot of you niggas can't go to this school. Dead ass. You niggas can't go to this school. Word. So I see why you used to cut class. I see why you didn't pay attention on the day of testing. You niggas was just floating through high school, huh? You niggas was just floating through junior high school, huh? And let me tell you something. We about to turn up, my nigga. We about to turn up. We about to bring the type of content to you niggas so you niggas can differentiate 5th grade content from somebody who's in college content. They say content is king, right? That's what they say. They say content is king, but let me tell you something. Content is the new currency. And if you know that, right, then you don't get paid for your time. You get paid for your ideas. And I gotta get paid. I ain't trying to get played. You gotta pay me. If I do anything for you, it's from the heart. I don't owe you niggas nothing. I've been out here pushing content, real content, right, for about 9 months. Now I know I got about 4,300 subs. And that to me, I haven't been watching like to get subs and all that. I make content from the heart. When I feel like addressing something, I address it. When I feel like talking about something, I talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? But moving right along. Let me not get caught up in Hassandra. Finesse 2 times. What the fuck is going on, Finesse? I need to know what's going on, Finesse 2 times. Cause word is, allegedly, right, that you done put hands on your own blood brother. I'm shocked. I can't believe that you had your goons whip your blood brother's ass. And yeah, man, this shit is crazy. I mean, what this money does to people, man, let me tell you something. It does something to their brain where they just literally go insane. That's a fact. These niggas go crazy, son. I mean, it's like they get that money, they get a few honeys, and they just start stinging everybody. Salute to Jimmy P in the building. Let me tell y'all something, man. I had somebody, one of my friends, a good friend of mine, right? Should I say one of my OGs, right? He was locked up with old boy. And old boy was supposed to come out and give him an interview. And I told old boy, make sure you call me so we can do that together. So we can make our next move our best move, right? That nigga finessed 2 times. Finesse that nigga. He finessed that nigga seriously. You heard? He finessed that nigga, man. For real. And that motherfucker was sick. Because he thought he had it all wrapped up. He thought he had it all in the bag. And the nigga finessed him and never gave him that interview. And went and fucked with the mob ties niggas and went off and ventured into a whole nother lane. That's why I don't be believing these niggas no more. You know what I'm saying? I know they full of shit. Grimy ninjas. But we all used to watch karate flicks, right? And guess what? The ninjas was always assassins, right? The ninjas was always assassins. They wasn't loyal to each other. They was always loyal to their master. Sent you out on a dummy mission so you could die. Cause your master sent you. And let's be clear, ninjas never got paid.
Ninjas never got no money. Y'all heard? Shout out to everybody on Facebook on the check-in. Shout out to everybody on the Map Media. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Salute everybody in the building. I know y'all like to watch this on the replay, so it's all good. Because that's how it is. When you kicking that real shit, niggas gotta take their time and you gotta come back to my live like a replay and watch my shit so you could get some jewels. Maybe you'll get $1. I don't know, 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of games being played out here, but let me tell y'all something. I don't play no games. I don't even play the radio in my car. You know what I'm saying? For real. They gonna start to figure it out. Cause guess what? A stupid motherfucker could act smart. Right? No. A smart motherfucker can act stupid. But a stupid motherfucker can't act smart. You get that? I'm gonna let that go over your head. Let that go in your head. And not in one ear and out the other. Cause half you niggas don't listen. That's why you niggas ain't learning. It's like niggas on the block hanging out selling drugs. You got the groupie niggas that want to come around and smoke with them niggas and all that and, you know, fake pop bottles and drink on the corner, right? But you only got a select few out that bunch that's really getting to the bag. See, let me tell you something. Success? This shit is scary. This shit is dangerous. You want this shit? You really want this shit? Or you rather the life you got now? You rather the problems you got now? Let me know. You want to be successful? Cause this shit come with some fucking ups and downs where you might not be able to fucking sleep at night. You be fucking in your bed, curled up in the fucking fetal position, chasing this fucking success. But first you gotta define yourself. You gotta stop being a believer. You gotta start being a knower, and you gotta know what you want. You gotta know what you after. You gotta know what you manifesting. Let me tell you something, man. I've been a believer my whole life. And when I start picking up and really overstanding what I know, man, I start kicking up dust on these niggas. I start doing shit that these niggas only fucking dream about. And now here I go, 30 years later. Perfect. Didn't miss a fucking beat. Perfect. Didn't miss a fucking beat. I done been through multiple shit, y'all. Multiple hustles, multiple grinds. Like they say, no grind, no shine. And let me tell you something. I'm the same nigga. I'm the same nigga on and off YouTube. I give it up the same way. I don't gotta be a different person to fit in. Get me? Perfect. I just do me. See, the problem is everybody wants to be original. Everybody want to be original so much that you're not original. You're just like everybody else. Perfect. I just been being me my whole life. You know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I motherfucking bought a surfboard. And I rode the wave. Perfect. I rode the wave, y'all. I rode the wave for damn near half a century. So whoever said you can't get wavy, they was lying. They was lying. They was lying. And you are the master. You are the master. Remember in the movie Last Dragon? You gotta rely on you. You your best friend. Once you start to do that, shit, you gain enough strength where you feel like you could toss a boat now. You start to adapt to such a higher mental capacity where you start to listen to what they not saying. Imagine that shit. Imagine for the whole day, right? You pick up your phone. You look at content, right? And everything that you hearing, you focus on what they not saying. Talk about enlightenment, right? Talk about reading between the lines. Talk about when a person show you who they are, believe them. There's some shit here that'll fuck your whole perception up. Pay attention to what they not saying. I'm talking about everybody. From now on out, try it. Pay attention to what they not saying. You'll hear a whole nother story. And that's for real. See, the difference is everything I'm talking about has been fact checked. All fact checked. It has been beta tested by me for 3 decades. It has been researched. It has been evident. And it had been reasoned to define a hypothesis. And let me tell you something, across the whole spectrum, life is sort of just like a social life or a social network. This is where a lot of old school people can't seem to materialize to this new futuristic way of communicating. Today, the way we communicate is not the way we communicated 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. It's not the way we communicated. This is why an algorithm has to be in place. The algorithm is what you would consider like the police. Now, when you a nigga outside getting money, right? You gotta hire security, the police. See what I'm saying? And they can work for you instead of against you. But if you somebody not getting money and you out there doing bad and can't do it good, right? The police is your op. See what I'm saying? Compare that to the algorithm. The algorithm, listen, the algorithm gets paid. It don't even get paid, but I'm just saying like that. To just do one thing, right? And that's to push content to the people who like that type of content. So it really doesn't matter how much emotional damage you recess, but at the same time, when you assess the situation on how the algorithm can work for you instead of against you, is when you start to unlock like certain features like a video game. And trust me, it's beautiful. Let me tell you something. I've been out here for 9 months. I had 27,000 people in my live at one time, and it felt amazing. To be able to make plays like that, you gotta study the algorithm. You gotta know where to get in when you fit in. You gotta know what type of surfboard to bring with you. You see those new surfboards they got now with the motors on it? and then you hold the controller, and when you hit the controller, it picks you right up out the water and surfs you like on top of the water like a hovercraft. Well, let me tell you something. That's how my mind works. That's how my shorts work. That's how the content I'm putting out works. Let me tell you something. The way my page work differently. When I go live, I be talking to all the bros in the dirty sector and other sectors that I be trying to jump around and trying to connect with that, right? That's who I be reaching when I talk my lives. My content strictly goes to like New York City, Harlem, and a couple of other states over here on YouTube. And that's what the analytics say, right? So that's what I'm trying to let you know. When I want to get out this sector, all I gotta do is open up another app. And that app is called Instagram. When I open up Instagram, it's like I'm on a private jet and I got free air miles and I'm able to fly around to 33 countries. And trust me, those 33 countries, they don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about here in this fucking dirty sector. So what does that tell you? Doesn't take a rocket scientist to see, but that's letting you know this is a fucking bucket over here full of crabs and ain't none of us getting out. Only way you getting out on this app of YouTube, you can't be tainted. You can't have that stench. That stench that come with this sector, it's right. It's like doing a drive-by. It's like robbing a bank and you ain't even got a mask. They know where to find you. See what I'm saying? But if you got some good fucking disguises and a good plan, and you properly plan to prevent a poor performance, now you turn your channel to a broadcast station. Now you turn your channel to a broadcasting station. I'm talking worldwide, guys. Worldwide. It's like, who you want to really reach? We got to pose that question to ourselves. Who do we really want to reach? Because I think we dropping jewels on deaf ears in the dirty sector. This shit is digital Hollywood. This shit is entertainment. So you know what? We just better entertain them. We better keep the entertainment going. Know what I mean? And then when you do think about it, right? Over here in this dirty sector, you got a lot of old dogs that really don't want to learn no new tricks. But you got some that do. And I can't even say it's 50-50. It ain't no 50-50. Got a bunch of old dogs that don't want to learn new tricks. And where I come from, you gotta change with the times or you gonna perish with the times. Word up. Change is good. I salute anybody who's for change. Change is good, B. Straight up. But moving forward, right? So yeah, Honeycomb Brazy's out. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know who that is, that's the guy who basically ran into some street problems and they had killed his grandparents in their house and lit it on fire. They was sending a real message. They blew the whole house up. And he was on the internet the other day. I had a live that I had put up. And he was talking about, like, you know, he's going through it. But he's saying it with a smile. But he had robbed the cameraman and had his camera and was showing that. And Then he linked up with Birdman on the private jet. The next thing you know, he was shooting a video. I don't know what to say about that guy, because he's doing everything with a smile. I don't know if it's a devious smile or it's really not bothering him smile. I don't know. Get in the comment section. Somebody let me know. Jimmy P, what you think? Cause that shit there, how that nigga's moving, he's just with a smile. But then again, he was feeling a little bad before he ran into Birdman. Maybe that Birdman thing probably revamped him. But I do see he's still running around with that Mob Ties chain on. He's still running around with that Mob Ties chain on. I don't understand. Somebody else he was beefing with had a Mob Ties chain on. And I'm trying to think like, well, they got in-house beef like that? Or is this another play? Because, you know, this is the season to be playful, right? So the play's been coming out. But we wish Honeycomb Brazy all the best. Stay up. Moving right along. We talking about... I'm freestyling too, y'all. I ain't got no paper. I'm just reciting shit that I seen, right? We talking about Puff Daddy now. Let me tell y'all something. We on my platform, right? So let me tell you what I think. I think that the elite done had it up to here with Puff. They trying to get him out the way. They don't need him no more. I think maybe his contract with the devil might be up. That's what I think. Listen, this is allegedly, because why you all of a sudden now you want to give people back their masters, right? You want to pay out lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? You gave Cassie that undisclosed amount of chicken. Why you want to do all that right now? What, I mean, are you having an epiphany? What's going on? We need answers. Is he having an epiphany? Is he feeling generous? Or is he full of sin? That man ain't do right for so long. He probably just want a good night's sleep. Niggas is doing all that just to get a good night's sleep. They can't sleep at night. That's why, let me tell you something. That's why all these rappers, they be aging mad fast. They cannot get a good night's sleep. First of all, they busy. Going out to these clubs. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta think about it. We're parents, right? Most of us here, we're parents, and we go through a lot of fucking shit spending time with these kids to make sure you raise them right? Where will we find time to be a celebrity? To be flying around the world on a fucking jet and jumping on a stage like a fucking clown? Where do we find time? Think about it. So the sacrifices that must be made are some heavy ones. These are some heavy sacrifices. And let me tell you something, man. People are only human, man. This shit takes a toll on your soul. This shit take a toll on your soul, bro. I really believe he be touching people, and all the accusations that was ever brought up against him, I believe it. It was one accusation brought up against Puff Daddy, right, guys? Where this was a while ago. Right? And one of his dudes ran into this girl. She was probably about 17. And he was like, man, just go on and fly her out. Bring her out here to New York. I think they was in Texas or something like that, right? You can check the story out. Allegedly, right? And the guy brung her to the airport, but before they got on the plane, he demanded some head. And she sucked him off. They got on the plane. He hand-delivered Shorty to Puff Daddy. He hand delivered her. Hand delivered. Brought her right to New York. And Puff and them boys, they had their way with that girl. They had their way. And she's a person coming forth now too. So it's all coming out. And this is how they get rid of you. They let you get up. And once you become a billionaire, look, not a millionaire, guys, a billionaire, they knock your ass the fuck down. And your whole legacy and everything you've been through and all that thing that you think you got. They said Puff don't own Ciroc. They just gave him some money and made him push their agenda to exploit his own people, right? By pushing that devil's juice out. And then they made flavors, they packaged it up real nice for the urbans, right? The urban community, right? They packaged it up real nice. Now everybody got that fucking devil juice sitting on the fucking table everywhere you fucking go. Hold on a second. Yeah. A fucking devil juice, man. Everywhere you fucking go, you see it. That's all you see. And they got that shit sitting there like a Bible. I never liked the liquor since I was a kid. I drunk that shit. That shit made my chest hot and taste like shit. I said, what the fuck? I want some shit to quench my thirst. I never understood this shit. But when I got older, and I consumed a little more, and I seen what it made me feel like. That shit makes you have outer body experiences. It detaches your soul from your body. When that shit goes inside of a human being, yo bro, that shit detaches your physical from your spiritual. You be outside your body. That's why you quick to do physical things, because you don't even feel consequence. So just imagine that same feeling across the whole globe. You fucking right that these fucking higher ups would give Ciroc to somebody like Puff so he can promote genocide in a bottle. Genocide to my people in a bottle. Now don't get it twisted. There was a lot of good times made. People think, when they feeling tipsy, it make you outside yourself so you could do a little more that you wouldn't really do. But let me tell you something. Give yourself a fair shot. Your brain is a terrible thing to waste. And that's one more key thing of how the devil's agenda and these celebrities, it works together. It ties in together. Because they just want the money. The higher ups want to push an agenda. They want to push a fucking agenda. And the funny thing is, the way the devil got us all yistified, that's what we used to call it, me and my niggas, yistical. Like, you're so yistified that you spending your money for the poison. The cure is free. We're paying for the poison. That's like this whole marijuana thing. If you ask me, I truly feel like marijuana comes from another planet. I feel like aliens dropped that shit off down here, and showed man how to make it. The same way those 200 fallen angels showed man all this other shit that we ain't supposed to be doing, like how to crush grapes and make all this extra shit to intoxicate the human's mind so that he never finds his path. Yo, bro, this is the main op that we have, and that's the agenda. And it's crazy because most of us grew up in the agenda. We took a bath in the agenda. We played in the jacuzzi in the agenda. We made a lot of money in the agenda. We bought a lot of foreign cars in the agenda. And a lot of us, when you call it success, it really means you got lost in the agenda. Hassan Campbell, you are lost in the agenda. May God help you get your mind right so you can find your way back. But let me tell you something. Allah confuses those he wants to confuse. That's why we pray that he lead us not astray like he did the ones before us. Let me tell you something. If you ain't got God in your life, if you don't have God in your life, and we not talking about the way you got a girlfriend in your life, we talking about the way you determine your right from your wrongs. The way you determine your rights from your wrongs is gonna help you determine how to accumulate good deeds. Your good things is the only thing that is of value when this whole life is over. So why should a guy gain all these subscribers and lose his soul? Why should you inherit a YouTube plaque and accumulate 100,000 followers or subscribers but lose your soul? Don't add up to me. But a lot of these rappers, man, they are going to be remanded to a place where they will be tormented with the things that most especially they are scared of and have been traumatized with while being on this plane of existence. And that's the whole fact. They gonna get what they got coming, cause you know what? And this ain't got nothing to do with no type of religious shit or no type of like. Listen, we talking about karma, baby. We talking about what go around, come around. What you put out, you reap what you sow. That means what you put out, you get back. You put out good energy, you gonna get it. That's why most of these people that's doing the bad stuff, they always preaching good energy. They always preaching, you know, God is good. God is good. And this is how you know they fronting, because God is great. God is great. Good is an understatement. You know what I'm saying? You're good as a human being. The way he created you, he made you good, right? How you gonna say God is good? God is good. Be okay. Moving right along. Latest news, we talking about, let's talk about Daddy Yankee. Y'all know who Daddy Yankee is? The reggaeton superstar, the one that was running with I forgot what president he was running with that lost. But yeah, Daddy Yankee just announced on the stage the other day, right, that he's been waiting a long time. He's been dealing and battling demons a long time. He's saying this in Spanish though, right? And he's saying that he don't want to walk down this treacherous road anymore, that he wants to basically walk the road with Jesus Christ, and he doesn't care who knows, you know what I'm saying? Fuck his music, fuck all that shit. I'm telling you, God is real. And you wanna hear something funny? The devil is realer. Cause he's right here right now, fucking with you right now. God ain't fucking with you right now. God gonna fuck with you later. You heard? God gonna fuck with you later. God don't wanna fuck with you now. God testing you now. You heard? You heard? God testing you now. He trying to see if you worthy to get down. By being disciplined. By being respectful. By being patient. By being respectable. You know what I'm saying? God is testing you. The devil wants you to perform right now. And if you perform right now, he got you. He got you. And let me tell you something. Because a lot of people think like there's something you can do for the devil to stop fucking with you. Nah. Once you start denouncing him and screaming God's work and all that, the devil gonna fuck with you even more. Cause he know what side you on. But do remember, God told the devil, go on down to the earth and fuck with everybody. But the ones that know I am, you can't leave them alone. Rick Martinez, salute. Let me tell you something. With all this evil going on the planet, little babies dying, wars in Pakistan, I'm seeing bodies on Instagram every day. I'm seeing little kids with they brains all on the sidewalk, all in the middle of the street. They animals is on top of them like they cat or they dog, because they want them to wake up, but they not waking up. This shit is crazy. All these souls gotta go somewhere, bro. That's why sometimes I feel like I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I already know how this shit is gonna play out. But it's nothing I can do about it. It's like a movie I seen. Deadass. When you be here over 40 something years, bro, you see things different, you hear things different. I already told you. You listening to what they not saying. Most definitely. I was trained and I was raised to transmit and receive on multiple different frequencies. Like the synthesized speakers you listening to hear me talk through right now. You're hearing me on a 440 megahertz. You're hearing me on a certain frequency. Your ears is picking up this sound on a certain frequency. And that same frequency, right, can be manipulated. That same frequency can manipulate you into not knowing and put obstacles in front of you so that you become a good believer. A good believer. A good not knower. A good person who assumes the truth. That's what I'm saying. You can't be a truth troll like me if you still stuck on the I believe in God concept. That whole I believe in God concept is so beneath you, human being, that you supposed to know. You supposed to know. You supposed to know what time to go to work. You supposed to know what time to clock in, what time to clock out, when to pay your rent, when to pay your light, your cable, your car insurance, your car note, groceries, spend time with your kids. You supposed to know. If you believe in all that, you lost in the sauce. You lost in the sauce, kid. You believe in all that, you lost in the sauce. You can't make it. Jump back on the porch, you ain't ready for the game. But it's good to know that a lot of people are seeing that God is real. But I want to warn you people. You can't pull a fast one over on the Lord. But the good thing is, our Father, thy art in heaven, he is the most forgiving. He loves to forgive. You just got to ask him to forgive you. And you got to do it sincerely. And that really doesn't sound like much to us people because we haven't sold our soul, right? But try telling that to somebody who sold their soul. Try telling that to them. They don't feel like they wrong. They don't feel like they deserve to give anyone an apology. They don't feel like they're in the wrong when it comes to nothing. Nothing at all. And that's the whole problem why they not gonna get into the paradise where they seek. Because you gotta remember, you can't take none of this money, this jewelry, these Bentleys, these cars, these mansions. You can't even take the love you got for your kids with you when you go. That's right. Your little niece that you love so much, your nephew, your favorite son, whatever. All that love, all them emotions that we call emotional damage, you gotta leave all that behind when your behind gotta go. Yup. See, the type of shit I talk about, a lot of people can't stand this rain. Remember when they used to say when it rain it pours? They can't stand this storm here. This storm here will make you think about your future in a way that you play chess. You gotta think 8 to 12 steps ahead in order to win the game. If you only thinking 2-3 steps ahead, then you know what that means? You are old dog trying to learn a new trick. You're gonna find yourself juggling balls. Pause. For real. That's right. The Rothschilds were one of the people that created the whole TV set and all that type of shit with all that technology put in there. Because as you know, they did a treaty with the aliens. Yeah, they wanted to abduct humans for their studies and research in exchange for higher technology. And let me tell you something. The government, the Rothschilds, and all these motherfuckers that rule and you don't even see them rule, right? The ones that was in cahoots with the Majestic 12. Let me tell you something. This shit is real. And that's the whole thing. This shit is a big ass game. Just like how you play a board game, Monopoly, and you go around the spaces and you buy up the properties, and some people get bankrupt and some people end the game and get the money. This is a fucking game. And it's all part of the devil's agenda, because it's a game that's been put upon our faces to hide us from the real game. I know you're saying, Hustle Man, what's the real game? The real game is to praise the one that made us, our maker. The real game. To get back to where you came from. To get back into paradise. The devil knows who we are. His trick is to trick us, trick bag us, so we don't know who we are. It's one of the ultimate tricks, man. I'm telling you, man. The devil's ultimate trick to me was having the whole world think that he don't exist. And he do. But the way he coming in a way where you ain't gonna see him coming. Hell yeah, it's raining cats and dogs, Rick Martinez. Salute. And it's coming down hard. It's coming down hard. Let me tell you something, man. I'm kind of glad that I'm gonna be on my last vacation when this shit hit the fan. But I'm kind of a little upset that my son gonna have to be here to live through this shit. I got almost a 2-year-old son. I know he's gonna have to live through this shit. All I could do is school him the way I schooled my 30-year-old daughter, my 26-year-old daughter, and my 22-year-old daughter. That's all I could do. Cause you can't, the money and all that shit don't mean nothing. We make the money, money don't make us. People fail to teach their kids to know the creator, to know their maker. But instead, last 2 generations ago, they was teaching them to believe in God, right? 4 generations before that, everybody was brainwashed. Yeah, they sped up on the frequency thing. They sped up from the A note to the C note, the C note to the A note. One of the 2 notes they sped up with the synthesized sound, with the speakers and all that. So now it's like direct reprogramming, and these songs that we listen to reprogram you just like that. Soon as you listen to it, I like it. Soon as you listen to it, I don't like it. But you gonna find something that you gonna like that's gonna reprogram you. And it's happening. I read about this 32 years ago. I read about this. I had to be like, nah, in fact, I'm lying. I say like 28. About 28 years ago, I read about this. I don't know, I was a young teenager. And I ran into a flux of information. Something in this world was relaying this information to me. And the funny thing is, a lot of it, when I first got turned on to it, I was against all this type of information. I was on some Jesus is king and don't talk about the Bible and this and that. Word, I didn't understand that you're supposed to use everything as a reference guide and be able to do your own due diligence. This is when I had to really understand like what doing research really was about. Because a lot of people, you can't take nobody's research for it. You have to do your own reasoning, your own research, and gather your own evidence as much as you can to disprove anything. Exactly. Our creator is the omnipresent. He's around us all the time and every time. You're right. And karma is real. Karma is security for the creator. Feel me? That's how you gotta talk to these people, Rick. Because when you talk to them like that and you tell them certain stuff, they start to get it. It makes sense. Like, you know, it don't seem too far-fetched. Because a lot of stuff be far-fetched. Right? The symbolism is everywhere. The symbolism is everywhere. People not watching the signs. You know what signs they watching? They watching the signs that's on my hat right there. They watching that Louis Vuitton sign. That's what they watching. They watching that Mercedes-Benz sign. They watching that BMW sign. They watching that Maserati sign, that Bugatti sign, that Bentley sign. That's what they watching. And then they watching what's on your neck. That's why everybody got a name chain. You notice that? Let me tell you something. I come from a place where you only get a name chain because it's your birthday. You get a name chain on your birthday. And I'm talking about when you're young. You walking around with a tag. You know why? That's a part of the devil's agenda. It makes everybody stuck in their own identity. It makes us never want to come together as a whole. Too many egos, too many entities can't come together. That's why the devil has everybody and everyone in a position to battle against each other. In fashion, in any food market, distribution, food, all that type of shit. All that type of shit. All that type of shit. The devil is on it. And he got elaborate schemes. Just like he taught us what a noun was, a person, place, a thing. We can't think outside them 3 points. They taught us that when we was kids. They taught us that when we was kids. And that's the crazy thing. You talk to a Christian, they start talking Jesus is God. And Jesus never said pray to him. He said he prays to his Father thy art in heaven. That's what he said. But we're gonna do God's work. We're gonna troll with the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't really got time to play. But we gonna do God's work. Not my work. I'm not doing his work. I'm not doing her work. I'm not doing they work. I'm doing God's work. Stop believing and start knowing. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You gotta stop believing and start knowing. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. I don't even want to have conversations about belief. I don't. I'm getting too old to talk about belief and too wise to not want to know the real truth. And it's my due diligence, you know what I'm saying? To go through shit and make sure that I'm sure at making a proper performance. You know what I'm talking about? But it does look good and it does feel good that God's work is spreading. You know what I'm saying? God's work is spreading, baby. It's spreading. And guess what? That's a good thing. But guess what? At the end of the day, the creator of all things really don't need nothing from us. It's just in your best interest. that you do the right thing.
Perfect.
Cause karma don't sleep.
Perfect.
Karma don't get old.
Perfect.
And karma comes to everyone.
Perfect.
Nobody's safe from karma.
Perfect.
And let me tell you something. I'm trying my best. Matter of fact, let me not say try. I'm doing God's work
Perfect.
by remaining to not be a cheater, right? Because cheaters can't win and winners never cheat.
Perfect.
So, as I'm doing God's work, right? Because I already done have my conversation with the Lord. I already told him, like, yo, God, listen, I work for you. You know what I'm saying? While I'm out here in these YouTube streets, guide me in the right path, please. Don't guide me astray like you did the ones before me, right? That tried. Keep me on the right path. Quick Vic salute. And listen, that's my mission. Stay on the right path. So, since I work for God, it come with certain tools. I come with a squad. You know what I'm saying? I come with a squad. And let me tell you something. Karma is like my auntie or my uncle. You know what I'm saying? When somebody do me crazy, I call on auntie or uncle karma.
Perfect.
Let me tell you. Things get to go banging and booming. That's how you do that. And guess what? The beautiful thing about when I call auntie karma or uncle karma, there's no repercussions on my end. It's no repercussions on my end. You know what that mean? That mean as I'm out here doing God work and the devil come against me, or somebody try to stop God's work, auntie karma, uncle karma is literally, I mean literally, on your ass. Because I have a message. And the message is simple. It ain't no secret. It ain't no hidden sound effect. It's as it reads. Stop believing and start knowing that your creator is everywhere at every time. And let me tell you something. Moving forward, right? Moving forward. You gonna know if what I told you today is making sense and is hitting different. You gonna know, because one thing that's gonna happen, you're gonna feel like you're under surveillance 24/7, 365. You're gonna feel like there's a video camera of God recording you 24/7, 365. When you get that feeling, like, oh shit, I can't do that, I can't do that. You're gonna know you're getting that feeling when you stop cheating on your wife. You stop doing things behind closed doors that you think nobody can see you. See what I'm saying? When you get that feeling, that's when you know. That's when you know. Right then and there. That's where you know. See, this shit nobody ain't talking about. They not talking about the exact and precise times when you start getting closer to God. You know why? Because they believers. They believe they heard God. They believe God spoke to them in a dream. They believe and assume and accept things to be true. And that's my mission. And that's my message. You see how I bag it up and I put it in the form of a video? Cause I'm a content creator. I'm nice with this shit. I'm surgical with this shit. I came to speak the language that you guys understand. I'm not here to talk about religion. I'm not here to convert nobody. I'm not here to rely on a jinn, and a jinn is an evil spirit. I'm not here to do that. It's not my message. That's too complicated. I'm just here to say what I just said. God's word. Stop believing and start knowing. The same way in life, in order to advance in this culture and amongst this society, you can't come out your house believing shit. You better come out knowing. Because if you come out your house believing, you might not know if you get hit by a car at that red light right there. Because there was a young boy coming around the corner and a Hellcat running from police. That's a fact, Rick. You reap what you sow. But you know what the funny thing is? You gotta speak in the language that I'm speaking now, right? To the young folks, to other people. And you gotta tell them, listen. What you put in, you get out. What you put in, you get out. What goes around, comes around. You reap what you sow. That joint about 35, 40 years old. So I'm just saying, we saying the same thing, but I gotta flip it and I gotta splice it up. Cause when they come from somebody like me, who God blessed with more, I got so many blessings from my maker that I done lost count. But that's because I've been doing God's work for a long time. But I also had losses. I also been tested. You feel me? Like for me, what you consider a loss, I consider a lesson. So in retrospect, working for God, I never took no losses. Even when I really lost in real life. You understand? Like somebody might have broken my car or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But in retrospect, God probably did that for me to sit down somewhere, because if I would have been on the road, I probably would have died that day on a car accident. Truck hit me, semi. You understand? So, when you work for God, God speak to you third party. He don't speak to you face to face, like how, you know, when you talk to somebody on the phone, or you texting somebody, or, you know, you doing a Zoom call or whatever. He don't talk to you like that. He talk to you third party. Maybe fourth party. But some of you niggas is stupid. Y'all ain't even gonna never hear that phone call, because you're focusing on what people are saying. You see what I'm saying? And when you focus on what people are saying, it creates something like where we at right now, called the dirty sector, right? Because everybody's focusing on what people are saying. No one is out here focusing on what the people are not saying while they're saying stuff. Think about it. Think about it. While they saying something, if you was to, how they say, peep game, but then how they say on the west side, it ain't game if you could peep it. So you gotta be in the middle. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And that's just a gem from the East Coast and a gem from the West Coast. See how that collides? Catastrophic boom. Peep game. That's what we say in New York, right? Like, peep game, my nigga. Peep game, my nigga. But over there, it ain't game if you could peep it. This shit is real, man. Esoteric knowledge is hidden from the world. The teachings of our ancestors was the truth. Okay, Rick, I see you, you a scholar over there, Rick. Salute to Rick, man. Salute to Rick, man. He's a scholar. Let me tell you something, Rick. I can't even discuss esoteric knowledge yet with these people. They not ready yet. I'm still talking about Operation High Jump and Paperclip with Admiral Byrd and all that. You know what I'm saying? I just started mentioning Majestic 12. They not ready. You see what I'm saying? You see, it's levels to this shit. You know that, Rick. You know that shit you talking about right now. You didn't run into that shit overnight. You know that, right? I know. But that's good that you know about that. You heard? Stick around. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to turn up. You see those them 4 screens you looking at behind my avatar? When I split them bitches up 4, 4, and 4, I got 16 feeds. I'm floating around the world. I'm gathering a whole bunch of knowledge. I be sitting back like, you ever remember that movie, God's Eye? Remember that motherfucker? That movie? The God's Eye. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm doing. That's how I'm doing. And trust me, we got a whole lot to talk about before my job is done over here. At first, I kind of wanted the YouTube plaque. I ain't gonna lie. It looked good. It looked good. You know what I'm saying? But then I thought about what comes along with that. See what I'm saying? And it's like, they want you to really submit your soul into this YouTube shit to grow that type of an audience. And I'm on some like real organic shit. So I'm the type of person that I'm all over the algorithm. You know what I mean? It could get confused with me at times. But because I always used to tell somebody in real life, it'll take you a lifetime for you to get to know me. Everybody think they know me. You think you know me. Nah, nigga. You knew me. I'm changing every day. Every day I'm fucking changing. Yo, bro, my name is the real hustle man. You know why? Because every day I'm changing. I don't hustle to stay the same. I don't live to stay the same. I'm hustling to change, not to stay the same. Got that shit right. Got that shit right. That's why America now is just a whole bunch of gumbo. You got all type of religions, you got all type of walks of life, everybody all mixed up and centralized to be a civilian, a resident of the United States. That's right. That's definitely right. There are only a few families that run the entire planet. And these motherfuckers is so elaborate that it's crazy. It's like this shit, it's like this earth is a piece of monopoly on this side of the galaxy. This earth is a monopoly, bro. You heard? And them motherfuckers is definitely dealing with higher species. And boy, oh boy, they got the technology to go to the fucking moon and back for lunch, for dinner. They got it. Hell yeah. Remember what they used to say when we was a kid, right? G.I. Joe, motherfucker, knowing is half the battle. And a lot of these motherfuckers just don't know nothing. I mean, like, you gotta look at it. My platform is like a cheat sheet. If you come over here, right, and you listen to me talk, and you vibe, and you get on this wavelength, it's like you talking to a walking librarian, a walking library, a walking encyclopedia. No cap. And whatever I don't know, I either got somebody to call that might know it, or it gotta be somebody watching the live that might know it. Boy, oh boy, it feels so good to be alive when you almost a half a century. I gotta do the same thing. I gotta get my good deeds up. I gotta get my deeds up. You know what I'm saying? A half a century. Seen so much so much to talk about. But I tell you one thing, the way we was raised, sticks and stones will break your bones. Words should never hurt you. If you focus on what they not saying, then you're not thinking about what they saying. That's crazy. And the funny thing is, I come from a place where, in the Bronx, where we could hear each other talking about us or whatever, right? Because we know each other in the hood. Like, yo, David was saying this about you, or Stacy said that about you. These are people we know, you know what I mean? So then I can understand, the confrontation, you know what I'm saying? The battling, the back and forth, right? But we don't even know these people out here. What the fuck is going on with our IQ? What's going on with the IQ? Think about it. The IQ, this is what we talking about. Let's not blame it on the people. Let's blame the people on the people. That makes sense? You just said it. We reap what we sow. If we reap what we sow, we gotta start selling something better. We gotta start selling a more riper fruit. Cause it's tasting sour out here. And let me tell you something. I don't think this shit gonna change. Right? Everybody in the dirty sector is like New York City. They got that chip on their shoulder. Everybody don't want to say hello, good afternoon. No? They don't want to hold the door for you when you walking in the gas station. Right? But let me tell you something. It ain't gonna change. This is similar to the same type of hate the little kids and the little ones and the under generations from us got on the street with they spilling and drilling. They spinning and they drilling. See what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Niggas is out here spinning and drilling on YouTube streets. Throwing shots, getting shot back, throwing shots, and it's like, okay, y'all trying to calm it down and y'all trying to do boxing now. Y'all want to pick up the gloves now. Y'all want to do content in little small gyms now. Well, good luck with the idea, but I'm waiting to see it. That's a fact, Rick. They don't know how to decode it. That's the thing. See, a lot of these people didn't grow up watching movies like Cloak and Dagger. You know what I'm saying? Inspector Gadget. You know what I'm saying? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? You know what I'm saying? For real. I know it's a long time coming. That's why I just keep, man. Sometimes it's hard for me to even believe that I'm alive in this shit. You know? And it's funny because I grew up in it my whole life, so to me it's practically normal. It's practically fucking normal. It's fucking normal. But I can't get tricked out of my spot. Because knowledge is power. Like you just said, bro. Knowledge is the only power we really got. Being stupid is not even a choice no more. You know what I'm saying? You know how back in the day, niggas like, yo, I'm just gonna be stupid today. We gonna go act stupid today. I'm gonna dumb out today. We gonna dumb out. Remember that? These niggas is born stupid. Parents are stupid. Grandparents are stupid. Sisters stupid. Brothers stupid. Kids are stupid. Damn, bro. It's like, God fucking damn. Everybody's just, yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. That's a fact. Yeah. Yeah. I swear, sometimes talking about this shit drain me. This shit is draining. This shit is draining, bro. And you know what's crazy? For all the people that are getting drained, right? On YouTube streets, we talking about right now. Salute to everybody on Instagram. But we talking about YouTube streets right now. Because everybody on Instagram, I don't really know them more personally. Like, I know more people over here, right? But I'm talking about on YouTube. People energy is being sucked. Their light is being sucked. It's being dimmed. Some people, their light is being diminished because they've been out here too long and didn't get nowhere. Now they just sitting there talking to this thin air. Talking to people that's there but really not there. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sad sight. It's a sad sight to see niggas going out like Willie Lump Lump. But you did it. Like Rick Martinez said, salute to Rick. You reap what you sow. Like I told you earlier, the way you start is the way you gon' finish. I'm so glad, alhamdulillah, thank God that I didn't start out like that. You know, I started out like this. I ain't start out like that. I ain't start out like that, so I'm not gonna end like that. I'm going somewhere else with it. And that's the funny thing about it. I can't be subjected to being something that I'm not. I'm a troll for the truth. I'm a truth troll. I use the truth to troll. That's what I do. I use the keys of truth to unlock the lies being told in your city. That's what I do. Check my content out. That's what I do. I'm saying the things they not saying. Because the things that they saying, people is listening to that instead of focusing on what they not saying. Pay attention. This is where I get surgical at. This way I point out and I bring forth a spectrum that you are able to visualize in a way nobody was able to edit this motion picture for you. They can't do it. They ain't got enough longevity to do it. And the ones that are old, that's exactly what they are. They old. They ain't active no more. They took their military boots off. They in a retirement home. They can't even hold a weapon no more and shoot. And they definitely didn't turn into a keyboard killer. So you know what that mean? That mean you've been defeated. Let me tell you something. They try to silence me for a long time, gang. I done got my page deleted. So I went on a rampage and I started deleting friends. This is 2023, man. What the fuck is the new narrative to a friend? Think about this shit. What the fuck is a friend, bro? Cause ain't nobody got $1 for you. Just a whole bunch of conversations. When we gonna make content great again? All this blogging shit. That's why when I go live more, sometimes I be trying to run this shit like a network and I try to run content through this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Cause like they say, content is king. And I got 275 songs. I'm pretty sure if any fucking content creator out here in this fucking YouTube streets had 275 songs, they'd be running their shit too. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if others was working on this fly Mixcast 4 and able to get stupid, dopely creative, they'd be pumping out this juice I'm pumping out too. But let me tell you something, man. The time of believing is over. This is a knowing time. And you running out of time. I was speaking to one of my homies the other day. He got a company worth $41 million. And he told me, hustle, man, time is not money. Money's ideas. And it clicked. Because I feel like I've been having more ideas my whole life than money. You know what I'm saying? I make money off my ideas. You know what I'm saying? That shit hit different. That shit hit different. I ain't gonna cap. That shit hit different. And don't worry, I got some special guests coming up here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think y'all ready yet. I got some special guests coming up, but I don't think y'all ready yet. This is gonna be nothing like no fucking interview with another dirty nigga that stand by the train station asking for a cigarette. This is gonna be nothing like that. I'm bringing aliens up here. And I ain't talking about illegal aliens. You heard? I'm literally gonna bring individuals up here that I guarantee you, when you stop back through this live and it says special guest or whatever, you know, what the title might say, I guarantee you, soon as you click on it, you gonna hear the way we talking, you gonna wanna stick around. I'm not gonna cap. And the reason why I say that, and I'm trying to bring this to light, because when I get fed up being over here listening to all this mumbo jumbo, I go hang out over there. I ain't gonna say where over here is. I'm gonna undisclose that right now, but I go hang out over there and I get around these brothers who got a lot of shit going on and they talk a different language. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say y'all niggas is gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be something far out there, but it's gonna be something you're gonna enjoy because I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know y'all gonna enjoy it. What Rick said? Y'all gonna enjoy it. No cap. From the 50s generation to now in the future, everyone has been indoctrinated to this new world agenda. That's a fact. And the indoctrination is real. And it's like, bro, I ain't got time to try to undoctrinate people. That shit sounds like a fucking surgery that I don't want to perform. Because at the end of the day, I understand that God, our Father, thy art in heaven, he's still gonna win the battle anyway. So whether we fight for him or not, whatever, he's still gonna win. It just matters that we need to do what we need to do to save ourselves at this point. It's like every man for himself at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. That's why I'm here to tell y'all, stop believing, start knowing. This is a knowing time. Don't believe you good. You gotta know you good. Don't believe you straight. Gotta know you straight. You know what I'm saying? This believe shit done birth shit like gay people. People who don't know what the fuck gender they are. They fucking believe they are female. They believe they want to suck some dick. They believe they're gay. They believe they want to suck some pussy. They don't know. They believe. This shit done made a whole bunch of ratchetness out here like a cesspool. No cap. That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta focus up. And all this identity shit. Everybody want the new car. You want the new car. He want the new car. She want the new car. He want the new house. He want the new watch. He want the new chain. He want the new pair of Jordans. It's all his agenda. It's all his agenda. And I'm in it just like y'all, yo. But it ain't a game if we could peep it. So we peeping it right now. That's what we doing. We peeping it. And the fact that you could peep it, you know how to play the game to win. When you could peep it, you know how to play the game to win. And may that winning be whatever you want it to be. I ain't here to preach nobody's head off. I'm just here to run my talk show and spread my message. God's work. You heard? I'm here to spread that message. That's the message I'm here to spread. You know what I'm saying? Understand the message. God's work. Not my work. Not your work. Not his work. Not they work. God's work. That's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna fuck you up. And when I say I'm gonna fuck you up, that means I'm gonna bring you this real shit so you can understand and decipher a lot of shit that been on your mind. Unanswered questions that you always needed answers to. And when I open up the panel, it's gonna get even more explosive. Cause we gonna be really building. We gonna build, y'all. You heard? We gonna build. It's a building time over here on this network. I am nobody's son. My father's dead. The only father I got is the one that art in heaven. And he's everywhere at every time. The omnipresent, right? I feel like you gotta keep God first, and everybody after that pay cap. Straight up. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. More content is on the way. I'm gonna keep my head up and my eyes open. RIP headquarters. RIP headquarters. A lot of people don't say RIP headquarters, but RIP headquarters, man. That was my boy. Till the next time, y'all. Stay out the way.